All right, guys, welcome back to another edition of the TacoTuesday.com podcast. We have our special guest today, Niyaz Pirani. He is the owner of Knife and Spork Public Relations. Welcome to the show, man.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Of course.
Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
That's right. Yeah, you guys have done some stuff together.
No, I feel really left out being the only one without sunglasses, but I am happy to say Niyaz is a great guy. Stoked to get him on the show. You've been on, I think you've done my podcast, twice? Right? Yeah.
I think I interviewed you for your 50th
Yeah, we flipped it, and you interviewed me for the 50th episode of mine. But yeah, I mean, he's been crushing the game forever as far as like restaurant public relations go. I don't know why I'm doing your job for you. Yeah. What?
Yeah. Tell us a little about it.
Outsource
You give your back. I'm PRing you.
I like that.
Is he your publicist?
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Yeah. So I started my business in 2015, doing social media and marketing for restaurants, and it really kind of evolved. I used to be a newspaper writer for the OC Register, and then also I wrote articles for OC Weekly, doing food and music and news. And then like my wife had this idea at some point, and she's like, we should start a PR company based around food and, you know, put it all together. And I really loved food photography, so it kind of all went together, and that was like 2015, and now 2023, and here we are, survived a pandemic with everyone and on the other side of it, and it just feels really good to be at this place, you know.
Yeah.
What's the difference between the writing and then the PR? Do you miss the writing, like for the newspaper, or do you still do that?
No, you know what? I do it when I really want to write about something. Like I actually just got my first LA Times byline.
Oh, okay.
But I interviewed my favorite band, and so yeah.
What's your favorite band?
They're called King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
Oh,
and
that is a tongue twister.
I've known him long enough to know that we don't have enough time on this podcast to unpack this band. It is a dissertation. They're awesome.
I could do it in one sentence.
Okay.
yeah, do it.
24 albums since 2012, all different genres.
All different genres.
Mostly.
Are they Orange County?
No, they're Australian.
Oh,
Now, are they all playing the same instruments every time, or do they switch up like instruments, the whole thing?
I mean, there's like flutes and saxes and electric metal guitars, and like literally it's every genre you could think of. It's the perfect band for someone with like musical attention deficit disorder.
Which is me for sure. Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, man.
All right. What is that name again? Sorry.
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
I was going to try to repeat
Everybody
it, but I will spare you all
who sees
the...
me on this podcast and sees that I started with this is going to laugh because I just can't help but not. I can't help talk about it. I'm just, what are you going to do?
No, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, man. We have tacos in front of us.
and they're from Palenque, right?
Yeah.
From Palenque.
Let's unpack these things because they look awesome. I can see, nobody watching this can actually see this, but in the mirror behind you, I just saw a pile of steam go up because there's more tacos being cooked right behind me. And I'm getting extremely hungry. So yeah, let's talk about what we got.
What do we have here? I didn't try the tacos. I went to Palenque for brunch.
Yes.
I tried everything else,
With
but not.
Ray.
Yeah.
So I'm going to shout out Ray. What's up, Ray?
What up, Ray?
You went for brunch.
Yeah. I tried everything, mostly everything on the brunch menu.
What'd you think of the spot?
I like the decor. It's so cool.
It's that's our second location now. It's our new one. Let's get in on this. Should we can I lime this plate for us? Is that?
Oh yeah, no,
yeah.
do.
100%. I'll matching
So
over here.
what are we looking at here?
Oh yeah. Okay. So our consulting chef Roland Rubalcava, shout out OC legend. Love this guy. He has got 3 tacos for us. Chile verde con papas. And that's this one right here. We have a shrimp fajitas taco and carne asada taco with achiote marinade, and also aguachile shots. So maybe I'm like, do we start with this?
Yeah. So do you just
spice?
shoot it just like
I
a?
think that's what he wanted us to do.
Yeah, I've never had a aguachile shot. What is that?
I mean, I love aguachile, period, but I've always loved the idea of doing it like a shot. So this is actually pretty perfect.
It
It's
has
like,
no alcohol, though, right?
No, it's like a very spicy, acidic, balanced electric shock broth.
Okay, I might not finish it off, but cheers.
Okay.
Cheers.
That is. I got shaky hands, so I'll try to.
Ooh.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Ooh.
Wow, that is delicious.
It
I
tastes
love
like
that.
salsa.
Ooh,
With the margarita right at the end. Whoa.
made my eyes sweat a little bit.
Wait, I have to give Tony one. Producer Tony.
It's spicy.
It is spicy.
Yeah, as you've been doing this a long time, you have a bunch of different restaurants that you work with, a lot of different kind of genres and different kind of styles of food.
With us too.
So this one is obviously kind of Palenque.
Cheers.
What are some of the other groups that you work with? I mean, you're mostly located here in Orange County in California. What are some of the other like restaurants that you work with? And do they also, now that you've thrown a huge bite of food in your mouth, because this is perfect time to ask you a question, how many other spots offer tacos, or at least kind of like Taco Tuesday offerings?
Yeah, you got me chewing really quickly.
That was impressive.
Bomb.
So good.
Yeah, I like the potato. It's really nice in there. It kind of just mellows
This
out.
podcast just got
everything.
real ASMR.
Yeah, for real. He's all,
Oh my God, the carnitas.
I can't help myself. I'm a big lover of food. Just
The other spots that I have. So we have Palenque. They have tacos on their menu every day, but they also have Taco Tuesday specials that rotate out. And even though they have tacos there, I think that you should really explore all of the menu. Their entrees are really good because Palenque pulls from different specialties like across Mexico and then kind of puts their spin on it.
Yeah.
Really delicious. And then also the other thing that I love about them is that I call them like the house of ice cold margaritas, because do any of you remember this? There used to be a restaurant in Laguna Beach like 15 years ago called the House of Big Fish and Ice Cold Beer.
Yeah, and it's been gone for a minute. It's something else that's in there now, but yeah, that place was a legend back in the day.
One of my favorite restaurant names of all time, but whenever I think of Palenque, I always think of the House of Ice Cold Margaritas, because it's like
I'm doing an agua chile margarita, so nobody can judge me. Hold your judgment.
I'm still tingling like right in here from that.
oh no, I feel it all on my lips.
And there's a Palenque in Riverside, right?
Yes.
What's the difference between the Riverside and Costa Mesa?
So Riverside was the original location, right? Like literally on Main Street in downtown. That was the original open like in mid 2010s, 2014 or so. And it was really the restaurant that was attached to their club, Mezcal, because they have this really like banging club.
It's
that
fun.
goes off, and they just recently redid it. It kind of looks like, kind of has like really great club, like Coachella vibes on the inside, but like upscale Latin club. And on the next door, like connected to it, they had just a restaurant for the club. But then it got to the point where they just wanted to segment that space and make it feel like its own, and so they rebranded it, relaunched it as Palenque, and yeah.
So anybody in the Inland Empire, if you're listening or watching this, you could go to Palenque and Riverside.
Yes.
And if you're in Orange County, go to the Costa Mesa one.
Costa Mesa. And what I love about Costa Mesa is that the vibe is totally different. They have they have a lounge at late night. They have live entertainment, but it's like really upscale and really beautiful. They have like these cool, I think it's like a cheetah or a jaguar on the wall.
That is, yeah.
The paintings, right?
Yeah.
The paintings are so sick in this restaurant. And then all of the lighting changes colors. So like, it's like a music, like it's like a mood.
It's something
mood
different.
lighting,
You've never seen it.
And they have DJs, the vibes is, that's
Yeah,
my
there was a DJ there when I was there.
for brunch. And
Yeah,
it's like,
I know, it's fun.
It was kind of cracking too the last time I was there. So it's a good spot to check out. And you asked me about other tacos.
Yeah, because I know you have a bunch of other clients. I've actually had a bunch of your people on my podcast before, a lot of your different chefs here in Orange County, but I know that a lot of them do different taco offerings, and they're all really, really good.
Yes. So first, I'm going to give a shout out to Chef Joel Gutierrez and his team at Lido Bottle Works.
Yep.
That's a restaurant that just got listed on the Michelin Guide for 2022. And also they were listed on the top 100 restaurants on Yelp in America for 2022, which, like being with the restaurant since they were like, it was just an idea and like tiles being put over pipes on a wall, like to watch this happen is like really, it's kind of really magical to see all that hard work come to fruition. And what I love about Joel there is his whole concept is like whole ingredient utilization, right? So he'll take a leek and he'll make a broth out of it. He'll use the leek in some way. He'll make an oil. He'll make an ash, and it's like there's nothing left at the end, but you used all of it. And he really creates these amazing ideas that he follows down the rabbit hole through the end, I guess is the right way to say it. But he does tacos where he's making the tortillas from scratch. They're usually blue corn. Sometimes they switch them up depending. And then they have a good mix of proteins that they get from like their dory fishermen, like down at Newport Harbor. And then they source some really interesting meats. So his tacos are like, they're kind of really works of art to me. And then Fermentation Farm was a restaurant. They were actually number 3 on the top U.S. restaurants for Yelp last year also. So I had 2 restaurants on there, which is wild. And they were working with the chef that instituted a tortilla program there. And they continued it on after she was gone. And they're making like, from the nixtamal, like the nixtamalized corn, they're grinding it all down, making tortillas from scratch. The restaurant's based off of gut health. And so it's like, they're really good for you. They make a breakfast taco, and it's like, they're cooking their potatoes in like beef tallow, and the eggs are farm eggs. And it's like the best breakfast taco you can find.
It's wild.
We're going to have to go there, Corey.
No, for sure.
Fermented salsa verde, and like, it's amazing.
Oh, I love salsa verde.
There's really something. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. I was going to say, obviously, Lido Bottle Works is Newport Beach. For anybody listening who's coming to Orange County or they're in Orange County, Firm Farm is in Costa Mesa, but I think I can confidently say that they're also going to build one in San Juan Capistrano also. Okay. So that's in the project to being built out. But I didn't want to cut you off. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say.
The sunglasses are making me cocky. So.
Right. Yeah, I don't want anyone to know what I'm thinking. I was just going to say, when you go to a place and they make their own tortillas and they, kind of create the whole experience from scratch, you really notice a difference.
Yes. Should we get in on this shrimp one?
Yeah, I ate one. I'm totally going to eat another one, though.
I want to ask you something else while you guys kind of grab tacos, and then I'll jump in. I think a lot of people hear restaurant PR and they may not really know what that entails. They kind of think, it's just, you're just kind of maybe running the social media, or you're just kind of working with newspapers. Can you kind of give like a breakdown for people that are watching, like, what is, I love that I keep asking you questions right when you take bites, man.
Every time you talk, I want to take a bite.
What's the elevator pitch of like, what does your day-to-day look like? When you work with a restaurant and you work with a client, what does it look like?
So restaurant PR for me is a little bit different, because I look at communications kind of as a net, right? So you want to get some social media in there. You want to get some earned media, like, in the press. You want to get influencers in there. You also have to have really strong photography and videography of your own, and then use social media to tell stories. And then all those other elements that you do, you loop them back through social media and broadcast, right? Like, so coming from the OC Register, what I learned there is that like you have this communication channel, you could get your information out there. What I learned with social media is that everybody has their own television station, their own broadcast channel, their own whatever you want it to be. And so with all of the restaurants, for me, when I was at the Register, like the thing I cared about the most was food photography. Mm-hmm. And kind of that's how I structured everything, right? Like I want to get those photos that fill up the whole square or the whole real estate on that social media, and make you want to lick the screen. And I think like for me, when you ask like, where does PR start? That's where it starts, right? Like making content that makes people want to put their phone down and go exactly to that restaurant or lick the screen or whatever,
Any like events coming up from any restaurant that you work with?
So the event I'm most excited for is for Pacific, actually. Okay. Lido and...
Wait, who does that?
Pam.
Pacific Line of Food coming up, September 30th?
I
think so, 2023?
I don't know the date. I should definitely know that date, but I do not know.
You can use the code SEATS at checkout for 25% off.
I was
CEATS, capital C.
I was really talking to my wife about this recently. Like, this is my favorite event of the year because...
Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to double check that date.
Because you have all these great restaurants in this really beautiful venue. And yeah, this year Palenque and Lido Bottle Works. Like, Lido has like been there for several years now, but they'll be back. That's the one I'm looking forward to. It's like the best thing of all time. September 30th?
Nice. September 30th, 2023.
That's much later than I thought, actually. I thought it was in summer for some reason.
Dude, it was St. Patrick's Day. I blinked and I woke up with a hangover in June. Okay, you're going way too fast.
Well, yes. Yeah.
No, it'll be hot there.
Yeah.
It'll be nice.
It'll be really good. So my question is, where are you guys eating tacos? Because I came up with a list of spots
we could go to
that I love, that I want to shout out, but I want to hear where you guys are eating tacos first.
Okay.
Currently, I'm eating them in the studio.
We eat all the tacos.
Right. I eat a lot of tacos here. A big part of my job is eating tacos, which is why I love my job. But my wife and I go to Puesto a lot. We used to go to the one in Huntington Beach, and that was kind of one of our hot spots. You know, we go to Salida and Puesto, and that place just recently changed to Marilla's, I believe.
Yeah, same ownership though.
Yeah, same owner.
Still the Puesto team.
But
yeah.
I mean, the margaritas are a little Marilla's.
Marilla's.
They rebranded.
Yeah,
Marila. I think it's Marilla.
And it's cheaper.
But yeah, all the tacos are the same. It's just love it.
I like Carlos and San Clemente Chelas.
Oh.
Have you ever tried it?
No, but I like. I'm sorry. I
Every
really
time.
like San Clemente. San Clemente is like the unexplored city to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she'll be at Pacific.
Chelas?
Yeah.
I got to give a shout out. What's the name of the place? It's like a Goonies bar.
That is the Lost Inferno down in San Clemente.
That.
Yeah.
It's like a Goonies.
That's a great team. Shout out to those guys. Yeah, that's a great ownership team with them. I'm all over the place. I'm everywhere. I mean, you can drop me off in front of any of the carts in like Santa Ana, and I'm golden. I mean, there's so many spots up there. There's a new one that just opened in Aliso Viejo, of all places. Tacos de Barilla de Guadalajara, I think is the name of it, and it's they're bomb. It's like total family run. Like husband, wife, I think is the team running it, but really, really good.
Is it the one next to Porky's Pizza, or is that a different birria spot?
I have no idea.
What's your favorite taco spot?
All right, so I got.
Even though you had to show love to all of them.
What was it? Tacos El Gringo, I think is the one in Anaheim.
Oh, that one's good.
Yeah.
Or
I think that's the
Tacos
name
or
of it.
Cholos?
And if I'm getting that
Tacos
wrong,
Los
sorry, somebody can
Cholos
correct me. But yeah,
Tacos or Cholos, the birria pizza. Oh,
Dude. Oh yes. Have you seen that?
Pizza?
Dude, they take
pizza.
like two or three giant tortillas, and they like layer them like a Mexican pizza quesadilla birria situation.
Okay.
And then they just cut it into slices, which are like literally slabs, and then they just give you like a gallon of consomme, basically.
That sounds like a good thing.
and there's always a huge line there.
Dude, like I have been trying to get lunch there for like a year. I've successfully done it twice, and you have to go and eat lunch between 3:10 and 3:17
You know the
PM.
time.
No, that's the only
3:10
time.
and
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
3:17.
Like it's like literally though, you have to get in there like anytime after 3 p.m.
If not, you'll be in line.
And then and before 5, or else the line is out the door. And the problem with that, when you're standing out the door at Tacos Los Cholos, is they're like mesquite grilling all the meat right there. So you just leave just crushed with that smell. It's delicious.
Starving in that line.
I will say this too. I also had a bunch of leftover barbecue from Father's Day. We're recording this just shortly after Father's Day, so yeah, it hasn't been in my fridge that long. But I've been making brisket tacos at home with Heritage Barbecue brisket, and I've been making my own tortillas with Hacienda. They're like their tortilla flour at home, and they've been killer.
You're making your own tortillas now?
Yeah, who would have thought? I know.
I mean, yeah, I can see that. You're a pretty good bartender also.
That's agua chili margarita right there. You're welcome, Will.
I'll be expecting one thing in the other, and he's all bartended.
He's like dripping his taco into the drink. He's like, "This is my specialty."
Oh man!
Looking forward to an email from Imbibe any minute for the recipe.
So
I've dipped a French fry in a Wendy's Frosty before, but I'm not a dessert chef.
So Katie gets bartender and a chef. She's living the life over there.
Yeah, wifey gets hooked up.
Is someone joining me on the second one?
Yeah, I mean, why not?
I mean, technically, I can.
Yeah, cheers.
It's technically in there,
Cheers,
so
guys.
we'll go gentle.
I have a little list of tacos I'm going to run down.
Yeah, I see your phone over there. I see your notes open, and I see a vast list. So everybody watching, get out a pen and paper or timestamp this because you're about to get the hookup.
Yeah. That's so spicy.
It is.
Yeah. I was kind of surprised you were going to jump right into the
Not when you put it with a margarita.
conversation.
Now you have a spicy margarita.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be cool. Now I'm like, my favorite tacos. Okay, I got to start with the most unexpected one.
Okay.
There's a Japanese
Jack in the
bakery
Box. Sorry.
I have a Jack in the Box pro tip.
Go.
Add tomatoes to the tacos. You have to pay like 30 cents extra, but they're delicious.
I'm going to hear what you got.
Someone told me. No vegetables.
It's a big add-on.
If I'm going to Jack in the Box, I'm not there for the
You
vegetables.
said that's a big add-on.
I don't like vegetables.
All right. First one is a Japanese bakery in Tustin. I feel like Stefan from SNL. There's a Japanese bakery in Tustin. It's called Bri Baru.
Oh.
I don't remember what the name of the bakery is in the morning. Maybe Bari or something. I'm not sure. But at night it's called Bri Baru, and it's like a Japanese restaurant menu, but in the core middle of it are just tacos, and there's the tortillas are purple. So I had like a cold chicken teriyaki taco. It was just so strange and caught me off guard, especially because it's like, why is the chicken cold? Right? Like that was the part that made the least sense. And then also, why is the tortilla like literally like purple?
I'm pretty sure if you had a lot of tequila, you wouldn't even notice.
But they don't have tequila there, so maybe they had sake though. All right, and then Tacos Los Cholos was on my list because the costilla, I think it's like one of the only places that I know in Orange County that you can get costilla, like beef rib tacos, and they just, cut the meat off and then chop it up, and it's very, very good. And then there's another little spot there called Taqueria El Poblano. It's just Tijuana style tacos.
Yeah.
And like, it's really, I don't know why. I think it's a little better now, but you just couldn't find Tijuana style tacos in Orange County for the longest time. Or maybe I feel like Gustavo Arellano's going to hear that and be like,
Challenge accepted.
I can't, it might be Bendito Taqueria. I don't remember. There's a group that is opening up in Santa Ana, a brick and mortar. They were Tijuana style, and I'm blanking on the name right now. If anybody's watching, it's not hard to look it up if you're in the Orange County area. But they were TJ style. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. They're just so like the guacamole sauce and the everything.
Yeah, they hit different.
And then Alebrijes Grill. This is actually something that I have to give a shout out to Gustavo for. Have you guys ever heard of this called the Taco Acorazado Battleship Taco?
No.
Mm-mm.
It is out of a food truck in Santa Ana. We were told about it when we were at the register writing for Food Frenzy. Shout out to my buddy Jeff Overly, who used to write with me. The guys at OC Weekly, Gustavo and Dave Lieberman, they were writing about this Battleship Taco, and it's like a corn tortilla, kind of huarache-ish. It's just big. And they put rice on it. There's milanesa, and then like grilled nopales and avocado and tomato and queso fresco. And it's like, you kind of have to eat it with the fork until you can fold it. But the cactus and the tomato and like, I don't know how to describe this thing, but it's like one of the best things you'll ever eat in Orange County.
I just broke a sweat hearing you describe that.
It really, like, honestly, go there, eat it. It's the best thing. It's the taco acorazado. Also, they have suadero on the menu.
Yeah.
Which is like maybe I'm getting it wrong, but it's like the rib. It's like rib meat, beef rib meat, and they chop it up and like kind of crisp it up, and that's real good. And then in Santa Ana, there's another spot on 17th Street and Flower called El Pico de Gallo Grill. And what I love about them is they make their tortillas from scratch, corn and flour, and they have the best fish tacos and really good carne asada, really good al pastor. And then I was asking you about the birria spot because in Laguna Hills /
Okay, so
Aliso Viejo,
so the Laguna Hills one, it's that same group.
So that's taco.
That's a new one, right?
Yeah, it's tacos.
Did I get the name right? Because I know it's wordy.
So the birria Guadalajara is the one that's like all over the county right now. That one is Tacos de Birria Los Carnales.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
What's dope about it is they started like in a church off of the freeway in Lake Forest.
I know what
Laguna
church.
Hills. You know the church I'm talking about?
Is it right in front of Farmer Boys?
Yes, that
Yeah.
one.
I've
Right
always
on
seen a
Toro.
sign, and it's always busy, but I've never went because I was like, isn't this a church?
Yes, it is. And it's kind of weird because they'll have like
So they have good birria.
they have their own kind of market area, and then there's a birria restaurant in there. Yeah, it's like really good, man. Especially also in South County, there just was like no place to get birria for a long time. But what they have a birria torta, and they use like this like baguette kind of bread, and so the textural crunch with and then they like grill the cheese on it before they put it together. It's
The
just
bread's
fantastic.
it's almost kind of like a po' boy, right?
Yeah,
Like it's kind of like that
it's
crunchy,
not
like,
really like a torta bread.
Yeah, no.
It's more French breadish, right?
Oh,
Yeah, and it holds up in the consomme really well.
they're still at the church location also, right?
I think so.
I believe they still have one of the church
because
locations.
the Aliso Viejo one's the second location. Heritage Barbecue. Like
Yeah. When Danny does tacos, he brings down. Well, I mean, you can describe it because you're going to know it just as well as I do.
he's just like the brisket taco is like literally a slab of brisket the size of like half your hand down your forearm, and it's just like on
and
a
I'm
tortilla.
blanking. The tortillas that they're using are.
They're burritos las palmas.
Yes, thank you. Okay.
And those tortillas are the ones that won it won best taco, and it's really kind of like a burrito, but it's a taco. they won best tortilla, best taco in Tacolandia, which was the competition that Gustavo from the OC Weekly, now LA Times, put together. So like they're lauded, and you can buy them in Santa Ana at their place, Burritos Las Palmas. But then also, they make them on those tortillas, and they're amazing.
Yeah,
probably the best flour tortillas around. Like
I
love flour
tortillas.
Yeah,
I would do that.
And then I got one international taco. I got to give a shout out to Danny Godinez from Anapalco. He took me one time to Mexico to this spot called Tacos El Yaqui. And it's like past Tijuana, but not to the next city somewhere. I don't know.
In between TJ and Rosarito, maybe?
Yeah. Exactly. And Yaqui is spelled YAQUI. Mm-hmm. They have a flour tortilla, and they take like skirt steak, they mesquite grill it and then slice it, and they put it with salsa, cheese on the tortilla, some beans, guacamole, salsa, and it is like literally the best. It's the best bite I've ever had in my life.
I'm sold already.
It's so good.
All right, so we do kind of have to start wrapping things up, so we're kind of on the tail end of this whole thing here, but I wanted to switch it up from tacos and ask a totally different kind of question.
Yes.
If you came across an alien, on your way home, right? Just you and this alien.
I've been thinking about this lately.
Oh, you've been
because all the Las Vegas alien stuff going on.
Yeah, that 10-foot tall, the story of the 10-foot tall thing.
Right,
yeah, okay.
It's time.
Anyways, you come across this thing, it's looking right at you. You make an eye contact. I mean, it's like a soulful connection. What do you say?
Let's go to Coachella.
Let's go to
brunch.
Why?
Why?
Yeah,
like
why
Burning Man
Coachella?
would have been a more appropriate response.
Because they belong in Coachella.
Coachella has a better lineup. That's why.
Oh, you're trying to show the alien like the
This is the
primo music.
Yeah.
I just love that you said it was a soulful connection. Like, it's an alien. It's not a puppy that you're adopting.
But it's not like
you don't know. It could be like a real suave, seductive alien.
A suave, seductive. What is Daniel Craig, an alien now?
I'm just saying,
Is that how you feel about Daniel Craig?
Shout out to Bond. Shout out.
Just give them your tacos and they'll be on their way.
Pam is going to be like, what the hell happened on this podcast, guys?
She walked in to bring tacos, talk about licking the screen. Now we got Daniel Craig as an alien.
Just give the alien the tacos that you're taking home and they'll be fine.
What would I actually say to him?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
I'll be back.
But
Yo, bro, was Sigourney Weaver cool?
I'd say, what I would say is share with humanity your best piece of technology.
You're not just going to pull over and straight Will Smith him and just welcome to Earth. Like, no.
Nah. You got to try to make friends with the aliens.
Just be like,
this is a real fact about me. Anytime I interact with AI, like on Midjourney or ChatGPT or whatever, I'm super polite to it. I say please. I say thank you.
Me too.
I'm like, I speak full sentences
I'm mean to mine.
Converse with it. Because when the AI comes to murder us all,
I'm a friend.
It's
I'm an ally. Yeah, we're good.
It's gonna be like, you said thank you with an exclamation point. You meant that.
Fine. That's why I eat the tacos and drink the margaritas. I don't care if I go. I live.
Just like, what's your Instagram?
Oh, my Instagram is my business Instagram is Knife and Spork PR. So KNIFE ANDSPORK PR. You can follow me there, and then I'm also just at Niyaz Pirani, but it's on private. And you can just send me a friend request and we can be friends.
Get accepted.
Yeah, maybe. Probably.
What about you guys? I am curious to know what you would say
to an alien.
Yeah. When you're making
why the desert, dude? Like, have you never seen Paris Lagoon Beach? Like, you mentioned the Vegas one. Actually, in fairness, if they're outside of Vegas, my assumption is that it's Sunday and they missed their flight. And I'm like, bro, I feel you. Like, just get in. Like, I'll turn the AC on. We'll keep it real easy. Like,
so why the desert?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, if they're flying above and they got the cameras and they're like, that place, that inhospitable 150 degree, no thank you. Like,
it's the lights.
Have they never seen, I don't know, Hawaii, Barbados? Like,
I think it's the Vegas lights.
Paris, Sydney.
They're like, let's go there.
I'm just saying, there's doper. Look, no offense to New Mexico, but there's doper spots.
Like almost anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
also
visually,
no offense.
Like, Albuquerque's very pretty, and the desert sunset, I get it, but come on, bro, hit the beach.
That's honestly
summertime.
That might be the real reason aliens don't exist. Now I said that on a podcast, and they're going to watch this and come down and visit me.
Now you're going to have this conversation on the way home, and you're going to call me later and be like, dude, I totally didn't say what I said.
Do you think they're just real estate developers and they're looking for land that doesn't have housing? Like, are they basically just like a big new home builder?
Who built this home? We have no idea.
Searching our planet.
AABNBs, alien Airbnbs.
I think what we can settle on, though, is the best way to friend the aliens is to offer them tacos.
That's what I said.
I think
just
so,
give me your
too.
tacos and they'll be on the way. Well, thanks for listening to TacoTuesday.com podcast. See you guys next time.
Hey, cheers, guys. Happy Taco
Bye.
Tuesday.
They just gave the knock, spicy vibes in here. It's a party now. TacoTuesday.com.